Hello and welcome to Steps to Maths, and today in statistics we're going to be looking at the median again. But this time we're going to be looking at median for frequency tables. So the last day when you were looking at the median, you knew that what you do is you put all of your data values in order of value and then you pick the middle one. But you also know that sometimes when you're collecting data, you've got lots and lots of data. So I've put all this data in order here, but when you were collecting it, you would have been collecting it all over the place. So what is this data? This data is the shoe size of 51 people that were picked at random. We found out that 3 people had a shoe size of 1, 7 people had a shoe size of 2, 10 people had a shoe size of 3, 15 people had a shoe size of 4, 12 people had a shoe size of 5, and 4 people had a shoe size of 6. Okay, so for total we had 51 people. Let's just check. We said 3 people here, 7 people here, 10 people here, 15 people here, 12 people here, and 4 people here. We added them all up and we found there are 51 people. So are there 51 points of data that we collected? Here are the 51 points of data. So it takes up quite a bit of space, and this is why we use frequency tables, because our frequency table is all nicely organized there. The question is, how do I find the median for a frequency table? First step, count how many points of data you have. I would say put them in order, but a frequency table is generally already in order. You see these are in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Your data points are in order. Okay, so we've counted out. We know we have 51 points of data. So that means we've got 25 points of data. We have our median. And then we have another 25 points of data. These points of data are people, the measurement of the shoe size of 51 people. Now, we had an odd number, so there was somebody right in the middle. If we didn't have an odd number, we'd kind of find the halfway between the 2 people on either side of the median. We'll look at that some later. Okay, so step 1, count. We know that there's 51 people. We know that if we put those 51 points of data in order, we know that we want the 26th point. So we could write it all out, all 51 points like this, and then find what our 26th point is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth until we find our 26th point. It's easier to use the frequency table. Here are our first 3 values. Here are the next 7 values. So that's 10 points of data. Here are the next 10 points of data. That's a total of 20 points of data. So we know that our 26th point of data is definitely in here somewhere. So we know that our 26th point of data is a 4. So we know that our median is 4. Let's revise how we did this. Step 1, we added up the frequencies to find out how many points of data we had. 3 points and another 7 points of data and another 10 points of data and another 15 points of data, another 12 and another 4 was 51 points of data. We know that we want the 26th point of data, so that there's 25 numbers smaller than our median and 25 numbers bigger than our median. So we want the 26th point of data, and we count through them. That's 3. That's another 7, so we've got 10 points so far. That's another 10, so we're at 20. Another 15 would bring us to 35. So we know for a fact that somewhere between the 20th and the 35th point is our 26th point of data. That is our median. This means that half the people have a shoe size of 4 or less. Half the people have a shoe size of 4 or more. So a median of 4 means half the people have a shoe size of 4 or less, and half the people have a shoe size of 4 or more. That's what the median means. That's why we use it. It's a measure of central tendency. It's an average. It's kind of the middle of the group that we're looking for. So that's how you find the median for frequency tables. Step 1, count how many points you have. Step 2, figure out which point is the median point. It'll be the halfway. Step 3, figure out where on the frequency table that is. The 26th point, it's in here. Definitely in this section. Okay, so that means that the median is 4. The median is a data value. It's this thing here. Okay, so remember that. Answer the questions and you'll begin to understand this a little bit better. All you're doing is counting up how many numbers you have in here until you get to the middle point. And what I want you to remember is the middle point means that half the people have a shoe size of 4 or less. Half the people have a shoe size of 4 or more. I'm looking for that number 4. I'm wondering what's the median shoe size. So have a go at that and see if you can figure out, and the best of luck with it.